Hey, ciao ragazzi, Mo here from Inter Worldwide. That was crazy. I know that was crazy. That was a crazy game. You have no idea how this was just so strange for us as Inter fans. It was just nuts, like this was a crazy game. I can't believe that we didn't win the game, and I can't believe that we didn't lose the game. It's just both. Hey, Tamer here with me from Inter Worldwide, one of the founders. Tamer, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me, Moment.
How do you feel about the game?
Oh, what a crazy game, man! Very crazy game, and you worded it perfectly. We could have lost the game, and we could have won the game. I honestly feel like Atalanta gave more throughout the game, and they deserved the win. And two, we're very lucky with the VAR decision to disallow the last goal of Atalanta, and just the Demarco penalty was just so bad. That hurt a lot.
I don't think it was that bad. People miss penalties. Let's not be harsh. Actually, to be honest with you, one of the things that I want to say about Demarco, I'm just gonna connect my headphones so nobody would hear an echo. One of the things that people should know about Demarco, he actually changed the game. Believe it or not, in my opinion, Demarco's substitution actually changed the game. It was very obvious that he is like him coming in as a center back was absolutely like key for us to like just play better, do better, and have we had an attack from the left one after the other just because DeMarco came in as a center
Right.
back. There is no other way to put this, and it's something that I've been trying to talk about from the beginning of the season that we really need DeMarco sometimes in the games to be a center back. And let me know what do you think about that? What do you think?
I think you're right because as soon as Demarco came, we started attacking more from the left side, and that second goal came from Demarco. The Eden Zeko goal came in from Demarco. When he always comes on, he comes on. He doesn't come on as as a third center back, but he comes on for Perisic. So I didn't catch the last like 15 minutes of the game. Did he come on for Perisic or did he come on for Basto on the left? Your audio cut off, by the way. You're on mute.
Yes, now it's better. Now I
Okay.
connected my headsets, and I wanna. First of all, guys, there's like 30 people here. Please like the video, share it, guys. People are asking Demarco, why Demarco? To be honest with
Let
you,
Yeah, it's so frustrating because we had Edin Dzeko and Lautaro and not Lautaro, Alexis Sanchez on the field.
but
Why didn't any of them step up? I
let me
understand
tell you.
DeMarco's the set piece specialist.
Yes,
However, you need Edin Dzeko or Sanchez or one of the attackers to step up. You can't depend on DeMarco. It's so much pressure. I think Edin should have stepped up for that because he's
but
the veteran.
let me just tell you the difference. I just wanna. I'm gonna say one thing. This decision is not made on the spot. This decision is made way before the game. They know that DeMarco is the best. Let me go through some comments because there's a lot of people here in the comments are coming fast here, and I wanna just give a shout out. Zori from the Netherlands, Dumfries guys, how are you, my friend? This is what Calcio is about. Today was a great advertisement for Calcio. It was
Amazing.
absolutely great. That was a good match. Absolutely, my brother. That was a really good match. Uh, and Inter were lucky. We were not lucky because we actually played the second half way better than them. We actually dominated that second half, a chance after a chance after chance. And I think we deserve a 3 points, and they do deserve a 3 points as well because they played way better than us the first half. And I think this is a fair result right there, a fair result. But again, Inzaghi showed us that he's not afraid to make offensive changes. He's not afraid to go forward. He's not afraid to put the players on the front foot. And it shows the character of Inzaghi as a coach. It's a really good character, Inzaghi. And not enough effort towards the end. I disagree, Marcus. To be honest, we kind of created about 5 clear-cut chances in the last 10 minutes. It was just we could have won this game easily 4-2 before even the penalty. We had 2, 3 chances. Go ahead.
The first half, we had the attack from Edin Dzeko where his touch was very heavy, and he could have squared it to Perisic. It could have made us go up 2-0. But you know what? Whatever Inzaghi's doing in halftime, whatever pep talk he's giving these guys, he needs to keep doing it because Inter were not the same side we came on from the first half. Second half, we were more attacking. We put more pressure on Atalanta, and that was the key to coming back this game.
People are saying Atalanta didn't know what to do with Demarco. Yes, because Demarco was great as a center back. They didn't know is he's a center back or a left back. He's a weapon, to be honest. And him and Perisic together, they create a lot of like offensive attacks from that side. And Inter were so lucky. What about missing the penalty? We were not lucky. Nick Knox always here. Not the result we wanted, but a very fun game to watch.
Let me
Mossab,
just say, this is the best Serie A game so far this season.
I think so. There are a lot of like the game Juventus yesterday, a couple of days ago, was really, really good when they won 3-2. It was absolutely really good. It was not bad. But this is the best top game. It was better than Milan Juve. It was better than a lot of games. I think with Inzaghi, let me just say that Pat Inter is back with Inzaghi. It's so strange. Like, and I hopefully he can put his foot down and we can play better. Like what Conte in the beginning was Pazza. You remember the Fiorentina game in the beginning of the last season, but at the end of it, it was very, very calm and quiet. Inter playing the games, winning 1-0. We got this period where we won 1-0, 2-1. But let me. Who was the big brain? It's a decision that is made, and I'm gonna keep saying this. It's a decision that is not made on the spot. It is made in the dressing room. It is made on the training ground. They know that DeMarco is the best.
Yes,
it's something. Yeah.
I think whenever you have Dzeko, Lautaro, Sanchez, whoever up front, still on the pitch in this situation, and with Dzeko and Alexis, I still think one of them should have stepped up on that penalty. Whether it was a decision made from before or not, but it's just DiMarco is not an attacker. You can give him the free kicks. He doesn't have the killer instincts that Dzeko does. He's not as calm and collected as Alexis. So it's a tough decision to give DiMarco in a very important time of the game. So I blame whoever gave it.
From that point of view, yes. But you remember in Chelsea, David Luiz used to take all the penalties no matter what. Like, it's not about a forward or a defender. But I get your point. Maybe Dzeko should have taken the penalty. He's an expert in penalties as well. Maybe somebody else. But anyway.
Let's talk about the defense today. What happened today for Inter?
So, in the first half, we allowed Milanovsky to play with us left and right as we were not there. It was absolutely...
It's frustrating. It was the defenders seem so soft today. They're so soft. They let them walk all over the defense today. It's unbelievable. It could have been fatigue, or I don't know. They just couldn't contain Atalanta up front.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, it's. I blame Inzaghi. I don't play the defenders because we know how Atalanta plays. It's Milanovsky behind Zapata in the pocket between the defense and the midfield, and they're an open book. Like, Atalanta is not a new team. It's the same way they play week in, week out. It doesn't change. Milanovsky between the lines gets a couple of shots. They swamp the 18 when they have set pieces. It's the same thing. But why? Do you know, I'm going to tell you something here that you will never imagine that I would say. Even Barella made a great game. Barella is slacking on defense. He does not do his job on defense. Sometimes he points to people instead of actually doing the work. Like, you see Brozovic putting his body on the line, like to put his body to block. Barella sometimes doesn't do this. He doesn't want to put his body on the line for the ball. And I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe because it's the superstar thing that is happening, but I see this. He's a great box-to-box midfielder, but sometimes we need heart. Like, we can't have two attacking midfielders on the team and only Brozovic is blocking left and right.
I think it's two parts to the problem with Barella. I think with Hakan, it's difficult because Hakan is not good defensively. We know this. And this leaves the midfield exposed. And then we end up with Barella and Brozovic defending. And when it comes to Barella, I think he's just fatigued. And we know Barella is not a defensive player. Like you said, he's a box to box. He'll run all game, but he's not gonna have the same defensive abilities of Brozovic, where like you said, he blocked the that chance from the corner
Yes,
when he put his
yes.
body in front of the. It's different. You can't expect that kind of things from Barella, but what you can expect from Barella is that beautiful curler to Lautaro in the first minutes of the game. So I think the problem with Inter's midfield right now is that it's hard for Inzaghi to find a balance. I think the trio needs more work in terms of complementing each other. Maybe we could start seeing Hakan play a deeper role or a more offensive role, but something needs to be sorted out in the midfield.
Hakan today, man. Hakan sucked. Like
Oh man, he
his
needs to step it
passing
up.
was really off. Like he played good driving with the ball from the defense to the offense, but then that final pass that will put us in the right position was
Mm.
just missing. And I'm like, why? What is you should be like, I get why he starts because he is a good player, and you can tell from the touch, from the passing, from the crossing, and everything. And he gets an assist every other week now. But that pass, like there is that pass that he put on the right side. It was
Mm.
just put your foot in, man. Just do the right thing after you did all this work.
Yeah, I see, and I agree with you. It could be because of the chemistry. It's a new team. However, I think the problem is with Zeko is that it's the lack of pace up front. How many times did we see today where Edin Zeko was giving a good through ball, and then who's the Argentinian defender?
Toloi, Toloi,
Yeah, yeah,
Toloi. Palomino
yes.
and Toloi, both
So,
of them caught him. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So they were easy. It was not a problem for them. Zeko was not a problem for them. And in a few situations in the back of my head, I was asking myself, like,
Let
Lukaku
me
would have
go
definitely
through
got
your
Lukaku would have
current.
definitely got these
Yeah.
one-on-one situations, but that's in
Let
the
me go
past.
through some comments. Let me
Yeah,
go
yeah,
through
yeah.
some comments. King Darian. Uh, I disagreed. Zeko was really bad. Edwin, I disagree. He was not bad. The
He
game
was
was
decent.
just too much. Yeah, like he
Yeah,
was he
yeah.
was playing a really good number 10 role in the first half, but then we were in the back foot, like they were in the front foot the whole of the
Mm,
first
mm.
half, and we didn't do it really good. Atalanta, King Darian is saying Atalanta's boogie team. Yes, I'm glad we had a draw. It's not bad at all.
Did we draw against Atalanta last season?
I think 1-1 in the
I
beginning
think
of the
with Conte.
season. You know, one
Yeah.
one when it's that shot from outside of the 18, the same thing.
Uh,
I still people think Dumfries should have started. Dumfries is not a defensive player, and we know how Gozins are, and this is why we needed someone with the experience of Darmian to
mm,
start. Uh, and that's what I think. Musab, like he's saying, we really need someone like Zapata. To be honest, Zeko did a really good job as a number 10 today. Lautaro scored, created some chances. I don't think it was an offensive problem. It was really like a defensive problem that if we can hold them and get the ball and play on the front foot, like second half, that's I think what happened. Like we kept the ball. They're not great on the counter.
mm.
Atalanta are not a counter-attacking team. Atalanta are a front team. They pass the ball and then they cross. It's not a counter-attacking team. And if you have the ball against Atalanta, you're gonna, which is exactly what happened second half. They were lost because they don't have the ball.
And it's easy to say this when you're playing against lesser clubs of Atalanta, but when you play against Atalanta, you're not gonna have the same time to play it from the back, which we saw in the first half where Handanovic was in three different situations where he was telling the defense to push up so he could play the long ball because Atalanta were playing so high up the line that they don't give you the time or space to be comfortable. So it's completely different because when a team presses you like that, your attackers need to drop back. They need to drop in into a more false nine position. That's what Edin Dzeko was doing in the first half. But you can't expect too much from the attack when they didn't really receive much, other than a few chances in the first half. But Atalanta were just better the first half.
Yes, absolutely. They were absolutely better. People say Vidal is injured. Yes, Vidal was
Yes.
injured. Yes, Vidal was injured. Zeko, he can't run like Lukaku. Yes, we never said that Zeko should run. We never said
Yeah.
that. He actually, I think he did his job.
Mm. He's,
today. It's my
but you
opinion.
got to keep in mind, Zeko is not a 90-minute player. He's not that anymore. You can't expect a 90-minute performance from Edin. So once we get Correa back, hopefully we start to see more rotation.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, every time we're under pressure, some players try to miss back and make amateur mistakes.
Mm.
Sometimes I think Inter Conti made the team very comfortable that they sometimes they don't like to play under pressure, and this is why we crumble sometimes when teams press us. Like Fiorentina, when they did the first half last game, it was a miss pass after a miss pass and not able because and I think, but by the time I think Inzaghi, it will get better in my opinion. It will Inzaghi's ball is gonna show even more because you guys have to remember we only played 6 games. We didn't play that much. Guys, make sure to like the video. Please share it on your socials. I'm gonna I'm gonna go through the rating with you. Okay,
Okay.
so and let's start with Handanovic. What do you think?
Okay.
People should tell me
Yeah. Let us know in the chat what you think about Handanovic today. It's very
Handanovic.
controversial. Very
Yes,
controversial. All right. Let me just say something. Handanovic on both goals. I don't I don't think it was he. I don't think he was at fault. I don't think there's anything he could have done, especially for the first goal. The
yeah, of
second
course.
goal,
First goal, yes, of course.
the second goal, it was a typical Handanovic save because we've seen Handanovic do the same mistake over and over again. But in this situation, I think it was different because the shot, it was just a rocket. The, it was
It
a
was the
very
middle of the goal. It was the middle of the goal. Actually, Handanovic tried to push it away and he couldn't
it
because
was a
I
strong
think he
ball.
he dived early. Okay, it's a 50, it's not a 50-50. He gets about 30% of the blame, but again, we allowed Milanovsky, one of the best shooters in the league, to have a clear shot from a
Twice,
20
twice.
yards. Like I don't know what happened to these guys, but it was
It,
strange.
and
But
that's
I would
that's the
give
problem I was saying earlier today that it's the midfield today that was the most disappointing. It was
yes,
the
yes.
midfield.
No, but Brozovic did his job
A
today.
100%.
Brozovic did his job. The guy cannot defend against all these people coming
Yeah.
in, Deron, Piscina, like Milanov. This is too much for him. Guys, I'm gonna talk Handanovic.
Okay, Handanovic. I'm
Handanovic,
gonna give
in my
Handanovic.
opinion,
I give him a 6.
6. I'll give Handanovic today, to be honest, a 4.
Oof.
The reason why I give Handanovic a 4, it's very easy, right?
Mm.
In my opinion, he should have buried that ball, that second goal, to the far side, and this is a big mistake for a goalkeeper with that much experience. You should not do that. You should not put the ball back to the play. Just put it to the side, and it was not like a desperate save for
Mm.
him. But anyway, this is my opinion. I want to know what people think
Mm.
about Handanovic.
Keep in mind,
It,
Handanovic did have a few good saves in the game as well. So,
yes, yes. Okay,
What's the chat thinking about Handanovic? What's the rating from the chat?
I don't know yet. People are not someone I don't know what they're saying about that. So Zeko and Barella 10 out of 10. I want people are saying, people saying Barella 10 out. Yes, okay. Zeko scored. He played good, but De Vrij today again. He's okay. De Vrij did his job. A little bit of five and a half.
A
To
bit
be
shaky,
honest,
a bit shaky, a bit
a bit
shaky.
shaky. I get De Vrij a 5.5. What do you guys think about De Vrij? Handa. People said Handanovic 5.5, 5, 6. That's kind of
That's fair. I
that's
think
fair. Maybe 5.50.
I
I'm
think
too
you're being a bit
harsh.
harsh on Handanovic.
I am a bit harsh on Handanovic. For De Vrij, I'm gonna give De Vrij a 5.5.
Yeah, I agree on that one. I agree.
He actually did his job. Couple of mistakes here and there.
Yes.
The one that still gets a 6.5 for me today is Skriniar, to be honest. Even in the first goal, he didn't know if he should go because there was someone flashing on the right side and he didn't know he should go or stay. So I think he should get a De Vrij should get a 5.5, Skriniar 6 or 6.5. Yes.
I think it's all. I think our back line all had a 5.5 average performance.
Absolutely not. Bastoni gets a 5 for me. Bastoni was absolutely out of place and out of position most of the time, and he did not go forward. I think Bastoni today did not have a great game. Like, it's an okay game for him, and
It's a tough
again,
game. It's a tough game today.
it's a tough
Atalanta
game for him.
came for 3 points tonight, so it's a very
Yeah,
tough game.
it's a very tough game, but Bastoni for me gets a 5, maybe a 5.5 if I'm generous. Brozovic, the only one that gets 6.5 on the team. Bastoni 7. You think Brozovic? Yeah, probably Brozovic did his job. 6.5 or 7. You're very generous, by the way, guys. Sam is very generous in his rating. Bastoni 5.5 from Harry. Franco thinks Bastoni gets a 5. Yeah, that's decent. 5.5 is decent for them. In my opinion, Brozo gets okay 6.5 or 7. People seem to agree with you. 7. People love Inter, man. They love our players. They're very
Yeah, yeah.
generous with
I think Brozovic was probably the best player on the field today. So,
from our yes. I think Barella as well. I want to say if Barella, what do you think about Barella today?
but Barella is Barella. Barella will always give you a good solid 6 performance minimum each game.
To be honest,
Um,
Barella with the assist he gets a 7 because of the
yes,
assist.
with the beautiful assist. Let's talk about the assist, man. What a beautiful cross!
Yeah,
That is an
Barella.
absolute world class assist. It was amazing. Barella, like you said, I think he got substituted out for Satriano in the end. So it's fatigue, man. You can't expect Barella to run every single game for you like he does. So with the injuries of Vidal and Sensi and Eriksson, Inzaghi has no options to play but to play Barella. So I'm gonna take it easy on Barella just because he's my boy and I rate Barella. So I'm gonna give Barella a 6.5 for today, 100%.
This is the only player that I think should get a 7.
Okay.
If Barella defended well today, like better, I would have given 7.5 or 8 because
Okay, that's
he
fair.
had an amazing game up front. To be honest, he was everywhere up front. For Hakan today, what do you give Hakan?
Ah,
Guys, what do you think about Hakan?
I'll wait on this. But let me say something. Barella did what Hakan was supposed to do today.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely. I totally agree. This is a very great statement, actually. It's a very great statement. To be honest, I give Hakan today a 5. He was not effective, and
I'll give
I
him a
can't.
4. I can't give him anything more than just because, man. When we got Hakan, he was supposed to be our playmaker. He is supposed to be our playmaker. He's supposed to be giving passes between the lines, cutting through the defense of Atalanta today. But we saw nothing of this today. I don't know what's going on with Hakan. I think it's because maybe he's still new to the team. He's still working on the chemistry, but no sparks yet. Just besides his first goal, his debut for Inter. Other than that, nothing.
Yeah. What about Lautaro today?
Lautaro, oof. I give Lautaro a good solid 7.
7.5 or 7 for
Yeah,
me. Yes.
yeah.
Lautaro 7 or 7.5.
Good goal. Very
Uh,
good goal.
Zeko to me gets today because he scored. He gets a 6.5 or 7, solid 6.5 or 7. But
It's
Lautaro today actually did something that I've not seen before. He actually dribbled. He played passing really well. He did not flop or try to get fouls. He actually just played the ball, played
right.
to go to the goal, and he played to. He wasn't like trying to do anything crazy like most of the games that he is actually the finish, man. Well, let's talk about the
It's a
finish. This
beautiful
finish
finish.
is just
Beautiful finish.
phenomenal finish, right?
And
Like
I agree
phenomenal.
with Lautaro and Zeka. You can't give them anything less than a 6.57 just because they scored and they had an overall okay game, especially
Yeah.
with Zeko. It's tough to be harsh on Zeko because you know what to expect from him.
Yes. Yes.
Zeko's not the player to run behind the defense. He's more of a target striker. So a target man, you feed him the ball, he scores for you in the box. So we
What
can't
about
expect.
Darmian?
You know what? Darmian first half wasn't good. I don't think Darmian in a few occasions enter. Do you remember the occasion when Zeka had to drop back to cover Darmian's position?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened with Darmian today. He was a bit shaky. I think with Dumfries he needs to start now. Now that we have a very good solid right back we need to start with Dumfries.
I think Dumfries might start against Shakhtar. To be honest,
He needs
what
to.
about Darmian? People think Darmian gets 4.5 or 5. He did okay. He's not that bad, to be honest with you. It was not that bad, but he didn't do anything exceptional, and he didn't.
Right.
He kept, but he to be honest, he kept Gosens on check, like in check, like Gosens didn't do anything. So I'll give him that. You know, like I'll give him that.
But what about
Perisic,
Perisic?
to be honest, I was impressed. I was impressed. To be honest, Perisic today, I was impressed by Perisic. He actually
He
he
attacked very well.
he should have scored. If Zeko crossed that ball, he should have
Yes.
scored. To be
Yes.
honest, like there is no other way around it. He should have really scored. Like Zeko should have crossed the ball without even looking,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he didn't. And it was strange to me, to be honest. But anyway, I think what
It's
about the
with Perisic, man. Every game you're guaranteed. He will give 200% on the field.
yes,
So
absolutely.
his intensity, his work rate is incredible. With today, I seen Perisic for the first time in a long time dribble past someone with his crossover. It wasn't.
Well,
It was in the middle of the final third. He did his little step over. It was a good step over, and then nothing came out of it. He held on to it for too long. But yeah, Perisic was very good today, covering up on the defense, and then at the same time attacking. So I give him a 6.57 for Perisic. Very good performance today.
oh, what about the substitutions? DeMarco,
DeMarco, yeah, I give DeMarco a 6.5. It's
even though
it's
he
tough
missed
to
the
give him
penalty.
anything more than that because of the penalty. Six point
Yeah,
five is the limit, I think. So
yeah. I think DeMarco gets a 6.5. Okay, all the players in the world they miss penalties.
yes.
People shouldn't be harsh on DeMarco. To be honest,
But to be
Vecino,
fair, do you think Inter deserved the 3 points tonight?
no,
I don't either.
no,
I don't either. Overall, I think
because
Atalanta came and played a better game than us.
because we could have been 3-1 down right in the first like the
Yeah,
second half, the first 5 minutes. You remember these two chances, but Pelamino's header.
yeah.
We could have been right down like second half. Like to be honest, like people agree, Demarco. People give Demarco 5.5 because of the penalty, but to be honest, he played really well. Franco, he played really well.
I think with with Inter in the first half, the last 15 minutes, we absolutely fell apart. Absolutely fell. Atalanta were just pressing the heck out of us
Where
in the
when?
final minutes of the first. What
Oh yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
happened? What happened?
It's the pressure of the players. The players lost focus. Nobody was passing right. The movement was really wrong. We had three midfielders on the same side at one point. Let's just finish. Let's continue with the rating. I wonder because
Okay.
there's a player that is Dumfries.
7.5 for Dumfries. Nah, that's too high. I
That's
think
so
that's too
high
high.
for him.
I don't
He
know. Maybe
created
like
the cross for the penalty though.
I think maybe like a solid six,
Six
five
point
point five
five.
six. Yeah.
Vicino. What about Vicino today?
He didn't do bad. He actually did pretty okay today.
I think
Um,
Vicino
I give
today
him a
was
5.5 for
absolutely
Vecino.
5.5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is not great.
I mean,
So
no, Vecino didn't do anything. I mean, the header was nice, but Vecino, what do you expect from Vecino when he comes on? I don't think
he gets
this
you
isn't.
a very good presence in the 18 when you cross, and he did. He was really good, to be honest. When he came on, he was better than Hakan, right? And we give Hakan. He was
Yeah,
way better than
yeah,
Hakan, right? Like
yeah, yeah. Yeah, if it's not 5.5, then it's six. I don't think anything more than six for Vecino.
6 or 6.5 for me, but yeah, fine. Vicino actually played really well. He hustled them on the defense. Also, guys, I let me
Sanchez,
know.
we forgot Sanchez.
I actually didn't notice Sanchez on the game.
Well, we'll give him a neutral rating.
I actually like. I can't remember a touch for Sanchez, to be honest. Like
When did he come up? The last 15? Last 10?
the last five or something, right? Like I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
the other thing I want to talk about is this is not the end of the world. People are talking like, "Oh, we didn't win at home." It's not the end of the world at all. This is
We
Atalanta. Like
Yeah, it's who expects to win every game against Atalanta? It's not realistic. We won the Scudetto last season. We dropped points against Atalanta. So this is a marathon. So the team with the most points at the end of the season wins the league. It's okay to drop points against Atalanta. It's not okay to drop points against the smaller teams. Anybody that has ever won a league will tell you that winning against the smaller teams is more important than winning against the top three. So I think with Atalanta, it's acceptable, especially considering that Atalanta had a better performance, and I honestly believe they deserve the 3 points. So
oh wow.
that's my take on it. I think Atalanta were the better side today. Inter didn't deserve anything out of this.
Now people say Atalanta almost scored because of
Sanchez. The last 10 minutes I didn't watch. Like the last 10, 15 minutes, I
I
didn't
was
watch,
what
so I didn't
like
see
it
Sanchez.
was it was just crazy. Like we
It's,
to be honest, if DeMarco puts the penalty away, we win the game. As
oh
it's as
man,
simple as this. As simple as this. But the goal, talk about the goal they scored, man. They scored the goal. Did you watch the goal? Like they scored the goal, but then the ball was out of bounds because
it's
Handanovic, and it was crazy that Handanovic tried to save the ball that way, like just let it go as a corner. But anyway, we were very lucky, by the way.
Yeah, but VAR saved us. VAR saved us. I turned when they scored the goal. I turned it off. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. And then I came back, and it was like the VAR just allowed it. We got lucky.
We got
VAR
lucky,
saved the game.
but the
VAR
rules are
saved
the
the game.
but it's yes, it's part of the game. Yes, absolutely, it's part of the game. Uh, I want to talk about the tactics, the difference between Conte and Inzaghi during a game like this against Atalanta.
Mm.
In Conte, I think Conte would have been way harsher on the players in terms of defending. Like uh, they wouldn't even like go that much because we were really disconnected the first half, and they had a lot of time on the like Conte would let them have the ball, but only in their half. But we would be defending much more compact, and we didn't do that.
But
So
I think with one thing that I saw today with Inzaghi that was very similar to Conte was when we scored, we became more passive. We decided to drop back for some reason and let Atalanta have the ball. And that's the same exact thing that we saw with Conte so many times that when we go up, we start to defend. And then when you defend, you know what happens. So
yeah, Sub Zero saying we were lucky, and Danovic was not fast enough to get the ball. Yeah, maybe that's actually a very good comment. Actually, to be honest, I you know what? It's not the end of the world. Let's focus on Champions League. Let's just
it's
go and try to win that the game because we need 3 points on the board for sure. We absolutely need them, and it's something I know it's bothering me a little bit that we could have won because of the penalty, but it also like we could have lost it. Like we could have been 3-1 down the beginning of the
100%.
second half. So
Okay, I take it back. I think a draw is fair. I think a draw is fair. I think
yeah,
both teams came out to give a very good performance, and then both teams did.
yeah,
But
I think so.
yeah, 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 I think so too. Um, so our upcoming game is against Shakhtar.
Yes,
What do you think?
I think. Well, Shakhtar lost their first game, and I think this team we have to beat them like bad, like because I don't like Shakhtar to be honest. From last season, like the way they did it, like they didn't want to even play against us, and then they were just their target. They could have made the round of 16 of the Champions League, and they refused to even play the game. So I
We
think
drew we drew against Shakhtar at their home. Was that not the case last season? Yeah, I
yes,
remember we missed a lot of opportunities. And this upcoming game is it? It's away.
it's a
It's at
way.
Shakhtar. Yeah,
Yes,
so we'll need to win this game. If we need to, listen, if we want to make it out of the group stage, tomorrow or next game, we need to win. Simply put, there's no other way to put it. Because if you beat Shakhtar at their home, you're almost guaranteed to win San Siro. And we
Well,
know,
maybe, but to be
but that's
honest with
not
you, it's
guaranteed. But the
never.
chances are in our favor to win in at the San Siro. Um, with Madrid, we lost at the San Siro, so I don't know what's our chances of winning at the Bernabeu. And then,
We need to go to Madrid with at least 10 points. To be
yeah,
honest, like
yeah,
at least 10 points. Like, and that's we go to the last game with 10 points, and I think
mm,
we're gonna be there. But
mm,
anything less than that, it's no
we
seven
can.
points, nothing like this. We win 3 games and we tie 1 game, or we win 4 games out of the next
Right?
four, and that's it. Because actually, hold a second. We actually play Madrid game day 5. We do not play them the last game. We play Shakhtar
Sheriff, or is it
home.
Sheriff or Shakhtar? The
We
last
play
game.
Shakhtar the last game home. We play Sheriff home and away in the third and the fourth round, and then we play Madrid away and then Shakhtar. So I think we need at least, yeah, we can go to Madrid with 7 points. That would be acceptable. 9 points would be a guarantee, to be honest. Like,
Yes, we need, but let's not brush up aside Sheriff. I mean, they beat Shakhtar last time, so
yeah, but I don't think they're gonna. Maybe they have. It's the enthusiasm of the first game,
Panza
but
Inter, Panza Inter, man.
yeah, I think so. Hey Ricky, what's up, my brother? How are you? We looked electric in the first half. We did okay the second half. I don't think we did good. Make sure, guys, to check Ricky's channel on YouTube. He does a lot of content for Inter and a lot of other content as well. Make sure to go to his channel and check it. And everybody here, please hit that like button below. Make sure to like the video on Facebook or on YouTube. Just like the video. That thumbs up and follow our channel. And make sure to follow our new Twitter account. Make
At
sure to go
Inter WW.
at Enter. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen. It is at Enter WW. You guys need to like. Oh yes, try go to Twitter. Find us on Twitter and give us a follow there. This is a new account for us. We had a problem with Twitter for the last account, but just make sure to follow this account. We still produce the same content for everybody, for you guys. So, Samer, final thoughts before we
Yeah,
wrap
final
up.
thoughts. It's not the end of the world. Inter came out with a point against Atalanta, who are a very good side. I think we just move on. We focus into the next games against Shakhtar in the Champions League. Don't let the Juve or Milan fans discourage us. So we know they're gonna slip up sooner or later. Juve are in the 16th place.
The
So
problem is
uh,
Napoli is not slipping up, man. Napoli are not slipping up, man.
the season
Anyway,
is long. The season is very long. Inzaghi ball is only gonna get better. Just give the team some time to build up the chemistry, and hopefully our injury situations get sorted out. And I think we're gonna get the second star this season. Boys.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm not Harry. It depends on his recovery from the injury. We don't know if his is gonna recover or not. They don't know yet. They have not announced anything yet. If Korea is gonna be back for the Shakhtar game. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here, and it was a great game to watch. It was so much fun to watch,
Yep.
and okay, we could have won, we could have lost. I'm happy with the point. To be honest, it's a fair result. It's a game of two halves. We had the second half. They had the first half. And I want to thank my guy here, Samer. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you
Great
for having me.
guys. And thank you for being us. And from everybody here at Inter Worldwide, thank you guys for being here. Make sure to like the video before you leave. Thank you, everybody. And hope to see you in the Shakhtar game when we're winning. Thank you so
All right.
much, everyone. Thank
Ciao.
you.